push here. Oh, no, we'll come back. Make them chase after us a little bit. Who knows? Maybe that's just a little bit of the personality popping out. So it looks like everyone is about to ready up. Again, this is going to be Bio versus Welfare for that last spot in the playoffs. Nothing could be more important to either of these teams right now. And it is, again, the rematch from earlier where Welfare was able to hand Bio a pretty sizable loss. 10-4 is not actually, 6 rounds is a lot.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be interesting to see what Bio has in store this time around, and to see what they can do and try and pull it back here against Welfare and not let Welfare walk away with yet another win against them.
Yeah, that's an absolutely great point. And on top of that, I mean, now Bio having to come out on offense first. I mean, the statement that has to be made needs to be a strong one, especially if they want to come through and prove that they are worthy against this extremely formidable team of Welfare. So the last ready-ups are coming in, and it looks like we are just about to start. Got to change some rounds. The rounds aren't quite correct yet. And, everyone's joining in. Godzilla is the last player to ready up here. But, again, we already talked about Zillow trying to be a huge force here. It looks like Tooney for Bio will be using a scope possibly by chance. So that'd be interesting to see if that stays true, as we haven't seen a lot of sniping on Mexico, but it is not random to see it. It wouldn't be a surprise.
No, definitely not. Mexico is one of those maps, though. I don't think you'll see the ace style running 2 ops, but definitely a nice op presence in mid can do a whole lot for you on this map.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'd almost expect, we've seen Fresh with the scope before. Wouldn't be surprised to see him roll it with it again. But again, a lot of close quarters action coming our way here on Mexico, as it looks like we are about to jump into game here as soon as we get done loading. Again, the rematch. So much weight here. There's just so much weight, and this is probably going to be one of the more exciting matchups that we cast yet so far.
Yeah, definitely. It's the last of the group play matches, so there is a lot on the line here.
So we are jumped in here, and we're going to jump on board of this 4-on-5, 3-on-5. Looks like we had a disconnect, so they're just going to keep teasing us.
Yeah.
And that's, man, heart's racing, hands are shaking. All the things.
All the anticipation, and then the disconnection occurs, of course.
Naturally. I mean, why would we just start right into it after that exciting knife round we just had?
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, why don't we take a shot and take a look at that knife round again? I mean, let's do it. I mean, Godzilla again. Okay, we got to remember, this guy is by himself right now. Comes trying to flank through for the knife round strategy. We're having way too much fun with this right now. But no, Godzilla able to dance around a little bit, ends up losing it here before too long. But he does get the hack and slash. It's hack and slash right here. Hashtag that hack and slash. Shoop, there it is. So we jump back in the game. Once again, it looks like we do not have everyone loaded in time. So we're going to back right down. This is killing me. Third time has to be the charm, right?
Yeah, or we could face a chain of the dreaded client errors that never stop.
Yeah, that would be bad. Yeah, everyone in chat right now is absolutely trying to get at it. They're ready.
Yeah, you can tell tensions are high here, and it's definitely because everything's on the line here. The loser goes home, and the person who wins is going to go on and have a chance at this big prize where the other one's just left in the dust at this point.
Yeah, and not that anything's for certain. I mean, obviously making the playoffs is huge for the top 4 teams. But we talked a little bit about this while we were on break. The top 4 teams are not all guaranteed money here. I mean, we do have that $10,000 prize pool in that trip to Korea, but $5,000 of that, as we've mentioned before, goes to first place.
Mm-hmm.
Second place gets the $3,000.
Yes.
Third place with 2, and fourth place just left with, hey, we made the playoffs. No money.
Yeah, so definitely a lot on the line for every match at this point. You definitely don't want to be one of those people who makes it to the playoffs, but then after that, you're still left in the dust. If you get fourth place, you still get
Absolutely.
nothing.
So, I mean, there's a lot riding through, and this is obviously the next big step here for both teams before they have to worry about the prize pool and just, the overall reputability of making it through the playoffs. Now, everybody is joined in, so we'll join back into the game and hopefully now see some action between this much-anticipated rematch between Bio and Welfare. Again, that first matchup they had in the first round was not exactly close. It was 10-4 in favor of Welfare, but it is going to be Bio on offense again on the map of Mexico. Nullify will be hanging out with the bomb so far, and it looks like it's going to be a pretty strong push through the alleyway over here. JSO with the scope on offense able to get the first pick, and there's nobody on defense in bomb site A right now. They have a free take. Exotech able to take out 2 from the middle with that AUG. JSO helping out with the second kill of his own with the pistol, and now it's just up to Fresh. A huge, strong take from Bio. I don't think I've ever seen a take of A that quickly.
Yeah, that was just They just went straight in there, and I'm not sure what Welfare was doing. They left that bomb site pretty much completely open, and that just gave them an easy site take, and I don't think that's something you want to give up on GR on this map. It's definitely not something they want to do.
Wow, good shots there from Fresh, able to take out 2. I didn't even see the guy's head on the first one, but he was able to see him, obviously. Tooney with the scope, able to switch off to the pistol and get around the box up with the deagle, but good shots there from Fresh. You know, it seemed like defensively, Welfare was trying to stack the middle with 4. The early pick there from JSO, able to take out the first one. And then some help there from Exotech, able to get 2 more. And there really wasn't anybody chilling in bomb site A. This time through, it looks like we will have a little bit of help and support closer to A. Fresh will be hanging out over towards the middle. But Machiavelli now in the site much more comfortably than what was before. And we see 2 scopes, JSO and Tooney, on offense, nonetheless.
So yeah, definitely interesting. Quite a small map, but the presence of 2 scopes could help them get those early game advantages they're looking for here, and it definitely paid off having that scope water in the first round, as it gave them a huge advantage.
Yeah, absolutely, and there's no scopes on the board right now at all for Welfare. Take a look at what the staging looks like, and you can kind of see it. Terizzle, Machiavelli, and Laundry hanging out over towards that A side. Again, this is the L turn here. Tooney and Nullify right here hanging out. XTS JSO with the other scope hanging out by the middle with Godzilla and Exotech. We'll see exactly where he's playing at. He's all the way up by the top part of water. So it looked like they're waiting for someone to make a mistake on defense for an overextension. But that's not going to be the case. Right now, it's just the time being killed at the moment. No one really making any moves. Defensively, we still see Machiavelli looking through those cracks in the boxes, again, utilizing those little tricks that all these experienced players know about to be able to see things without really being seen themselves. Laundry hanging out towards middle. Terizzle also over here close to bomb site A, right by the dark spot is Pimped M Nikes. But again, nothing has happened yet. No real pushes, no smokes, no nades, no flashes. It's just been very quiet. Godzilla trying to peek over towards the dark spot, but nothing able to fall there. Nice shot from JSO. Nice little quick scope there, as it looks like it's going to be a lot of trades back and forth. JSO now by himself and Fresh through the box from over by quad box. You see him running out from the back right there. That's exactly where he came from. Able to get those headshots through the box and little wall bangs there. Able to secure a round for Welfare. So now 1-1, the score. And, you know, how much do you really agree with that passive play right there from Bio on offense?
I feel like it was a good idea at first. I feel like they were sort of trying to throw the pressure onto Welfare and maybe get a push pick, but I feel like they waited a little bit too long, and then by the time they pushed, the positioning by Welfare was just spot on, and they were able to hold off the push really successfully.
Yeah, there's absolutely no faltering whatsoever from the defensive prowess of Welfare, not even moving whatsoever. Good overnades into the alleyway, able to take out Nullify, who had the bomb originally, but now Exotech with that AUG will pick it up and then drop it behind the box. So a lot of action happening right now. Pimped M Nike's taking a pretty substantial amount of damage, down to 20, and he will retreat back from that middle area back over towards bomb site B. I'm Tooney with the scope is going to be hanging out here with Exotech, who's on top of the bridge trying to peek out whatever they can over towards quad box, but there's nobody over there right now. Pimped M Nike's is closest, but he's all the way in B. Fresh hanging out by the water. Machiavelli inside bomb site A. Terizzle a little bit further up in bomb site A, closer towards the middle alley. Offensively, we are seeing a little bit of pressure towards the L turn over here by bomb site A. Terizzle is now closest, it looks like, sitting over by the corner. Yeah, he will see a lot of action here before too long. Creeping up the back is Exotech with his friend, it looks like Tooney with the scope, so maybe a scope pick here into bomb site A. No, he's going to opt for the pistol, oddly enough. Machiavelli right there, able to get the kills from there. Exotech trying to follow up, not able to do so, though. Welfare holding on very nicely. Exotech by himself up against 4. Headshot, wow, 2 headshots right there around what seemed like almost an impossible edge. But he is down to 40 seconds. He does have the bomb, which is good, but he has to still finish off 2 more. We will see that Laundry actually very low in HP, just needs 1 shot to die. Fresh, though, with 100. And now it looks like Exotech might have a free path into bomb site B, as Fresh is chilling with Laundry in bomb site A. So this is an interesting situation. We've seen this happen before, unless he's going to try to watch the cross. No, he will decide to plant over by B. Actually opting to plant a lot further up in the site than we normally see, as it looks like he will opt to play closer towards the counter-terrorist spawn. Able to pick out the big health of Fresh. Laundry, last player alive with 2 HP. Exotech in a great spot, wisely reloads, even though he had a little bit of ammo left, but wanted that full clip. Very smart. Laundry going to push hard. Oh, Laundry not able to do it. Exotech with a 4 kill and the clutch and the plant. Huge for his team.
Wow, yeah, 1v4, especially on The offensive side of Mexico is not an easy play to pull off, but
Absolutely
he just got those early 2 kills and was able to position himself in a great spot on B side and draw those 1v1 situations out. And so a great job positioning-wise by Exotech there.
Yeah, hopefully we can find a replay of that later because those first 2 kills were absolutely incredible. Through the box headshot for one, just barely around the corner for the second one at bomb site A, and then able to finish off very strongly on a full HP Fresh and a, well, sneezable Laundry at the end there, but still huge play for him, able to get the bomb down and pick up 4 kills for his team. It brings his score all the way up to 6-2, even with the next highest score on the server, which is over on Welfare's side, and that's Fresh with his 6-2 of his own. Everybody else kind of sitting in the middle ground there with 3s and 2s, 4s and 3s, and a lot of 1s and 2s. But besides that, 2-1 is the round count right now in favor of the offensive-sided Bio team. So I think they made their statement so far, that they're coming out and they're ready to play, and it's not going to be a repeat of what happened before.
Definitely, we're seeing a really strong Bio here so far. I mean, 2-1 it's definitely a great start for them on this offensive side. It's always hard to get rounds here, and to see them taking that early lead is definitely huge for them.
Absolutely. And it looks like this time offensively the strategy is going to come up the middle through the river. Nice shot there from JSO in the corner. Exotech watching the other side, able to surmount. Wow, Exotech put a leash on him. He's out of control. 2 huge kills right now. And the bomb site B under control. They are able to sit down and flash and smoke at will as Machiavelli does fall after trying to unwisely peeking the double doors. Nullify there at the M4. Able to make him pay. And Godzilla on the other side up the middle. Able to finish off Terizzle, who pushed himself in a bad spot too. 3-1. Bio looking so strong. What a super awesome push from that last water push there.
And definitely, you also have to see Welfare shoes now. It's not looking too hot. I mean, you're down 3-1 on the more favored side of the map. They got to make a big change here, or they might just get stomped by the team they stomped. So it could be very interesting to see what Welfare does to respond to this aggression from Bio.
Absolutely. JSO was the first person to fall. He did fall over here in the water to Fresh's scope, and now a lot of trading going back and forth as Exotech finally falls after getting another kill. Nullify and Tooney last 2 alive. Tooney still with that scope in a very interesting spot hanging in this box room. He's going to have to watch over the middle. Hopefully he lets Nullify know that so Nullify can watch the alleyway, which is exactly what's happening, so good communication there. Fresh with his scope will be walking down that forklift in case anyone makes a misstep. He actually will opt to pick up an M4 now, so Laundry and Fresh going to take this together and try to spread their focus whenever possible, and it's going to be Tooney again in that. Oh, good shot from Tooney. Fresh last player alive, trying to retake with the bomb down. 2-on-1. Both the players playing over by the backside boxes here. Tooney does end up falling after just barely missing that shot, but no, he does not know where Nullify is. 4-1. Bio showing almost the exact opposite from what happened in the game against Welfare in the first round.
Yeah, Bio's starting to actually walk away with it here. Very surprising, as Welfare has always had a strong presence so far in this tournament, but 4-1, I mean, they're definitely going to have to turn something around. But as I say that, they get a too early entry frag, so that's going to be huge for them.
Make that 3 right there. Now it's a 5-on-2. Huge plays across the board. A great hold of bomb site A, and it's just left up to Godzilla and Tooney. JSO again with that scope, trying to pick the water. It seems like he's really feeling confident in his ability to outscope Fresh. So far he's 0 for 2. So we'll see if that ends up changing here later on, but that early pick definitely hurts them. And Exotech falling too, definitely not advantageous. You can see exactly where he fell over the middle here. Godzilla trying to do what he can, but pimped them Nikes. 2 huge kills right out in the open, right there in the middle. That's an absolutely huge comeback statement there for Welfare. Exactly what they needed to put themselves back into this game.
Definitely. It feels like sort of the Ace Gaming game all over again. Welfare with a slip at the start, but they pulled back right away, and we could see a very close half here.
So far, a lot of more action over the middle again, but again, it's just not panning out in favor of Bio. This aggressive nature has been taken out. Wow, Laundry with a really good overnight. I'm not sure exactly how it fit on JSO, but it knocked him out pretty much on his butt. Tooney, last player alive, 30 HP, hanging out down here on the underpass or in the tunnels. And he's about to get surrounded here if he's not careful. And this is the exact situation we talked about earlier in this cast, where if you're the last player left, you have to commit somewhere and you have to just go for it before you get surrounded, which Laundry made him pay there. From the upper edge of the landing in the staging area. So now 3-4, 2 good rounds there for Welfare, exactly what they needed. JSO not picking now over the middle, actually not scoping at all. So it looks like it's going to be, unless Tooney has a scope, no scopes on the field. Yep, no scopes. It's going to be a full push here into bomb site A. Tooney able to pick up one with the help of JSO from the backside. Overnades coming in, but not a lot of damage being put out. Godzilla with the bomb, needs to get the bomb down. He only has 9 HP, and the last thing you want to do is drop that in the middle there. Nice grenade over the wall, knocking right at the feet there of Fresh and Terizzle. You can see exactly this is where Fresh died, right on the outside part of the door. door. So Laundry trying to work his way in, able to get one, but no, just too many players left alive in bomb site A. But wow, what a good grenade.
Yeah, 2 kills with the grenade, and it's definitely not an easy task. And he just made it look like it was a piece of cake there with that perfect grenade
obviously
over the wall.
that was the exact place that you wanted to put that set nade. It just happened to get the popcorn action going on there.